Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast. We're going to get started in just 1 minute. Make sure you share this live. We want to make sure a lot of people hear what we have to share tonight. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Dexter and Tonya Scott here.
Good evening.
Good evening to each and every one of you. We want to make sure that you hear us okay. So if you would please just respond inside of the feed to let us know that you hear us. We really would appreciate it. We actually can't respond here on the live itself. I have my iPhone over here. So if you can hear us, just give us a couple of thumbs up or say we can hear you, Dexter and Tonya. All right, there's some hearts. Awesome, awesome. We want to welcome everyone to our Facebook Live on this evening. The automation conversation. We're very excited about the information that we want to share. So listen, if you are new to watching Tonya and I on lives, you know, if this is your first exposure to us, I want you to drop a 1 in the comment section. And we always like to do that because we want to acknowledge all of the wonderful people that took the time out of their very busy schedules to listen to us. So if you would do that, please do that. We really appreciate it. For those of you guys that have been watching us, we appreciate you also, because guess what? Dexter and Tonya Scott, we wouldn't be here without you, right?
Absolutely.
We would not be here without you.
All of you.
So we're grateful for you. And also, if you are watching this on the replay, thank you for watching. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Either just type replay, right? That you're watching us on the replay. Listen, share this. Hey, Luke, thank you, man. Thank you for watching us. We want you to share it. Hey, LaShonda, thank you so much. Yeah, you guys hop in, man. Listen, it's 20. We've got 26 people, 26 people watching. We need to get more. So share. Listen, this is for everybody, right? We're living in a time now, right? We're living in a time now that none of us have ever lived before. So what's the date, Tonya? June?
28th.
It is June. There it is. June 28th, 2018. Guess what? Everybody that's on the live, we've not lived this day before. Right?
We do that every day.
Yeah, we do it every day. Every day we get an opportunity to talk to you.
Opportunity.
Yeah, and just connect. We've never done that before.
Absolutely.
So I think that's incredible. Okay, so listen, we're going to go ahead and get going here. So, Hey, Trent, what's going on, sir? Thank you so much. Darlene, the wonderful Darlene Thorne interview today on Pursuing Your Purpose with the Porters. Absolutely phenomenal. So listen, let's get into what we want to talk about, because we don't want to keep you long, right? We really don't want to keep you long. There's some incredible information that we need to share with you. As you can see on this particular banner here, it says the automation conversation. Now, Tonya and I, we have been talking about automation for quite some time now, probably about 6 months since the beginning of the year came in. And when we think about automation, guys, everything that we know is changing. Everything that we know. So we're going to get right into what we want to talk about tonight. Now, we're going to go to this first slide here. I want you to see this. The World Economic Forum says that by 2020, so we're talking about a year and a half, that there's going to be a deficit of 5 million jobs in the U.S. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, man, this stuff is something to hear, because literally what we're seeing is the changing of everything that we've ever known. So again, the World Economic Forum predicts that by 2020, we're going to have a deficit of over 5 million jobs. Now, Tonya and I did some research. And this is some information that we shared a couple of months ago, but we know everybody can't hear it. We want you to hear it. We did a study of about 270 different positions, kind of industries. And between 1950 and 2000, they looked at the 50-year difference. Listen to this. About 230 of those industries still exist. Roughly 30 of those industries are on the decline right? They're on the way out of here. One of those industries is absolutely gone. And I've asked this question in our meetings, and I bet you guys you can probably guess what it is. The elevator operator. Think about this. 20, 30 years ago, actually 30 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, you literally had people that would not get on the elevator because they were terrified to do so. It took Americans several years to get comfortable with getting on the elevator. Now that position is totally gone. But guess what? This is interesting. Tonya and I went to the post office on yesterday and I mailed something out and I began to have a conversation with the gentleman. And he said, man, you know what? I had a Mac computer. Tonya and I have a Mac computer over there on my desk. It has the DVD slide on the side where we can slide the DVD in.
It's old.
Guess what? That Mac is old. They don't even make computers anymore that have it where you can slide your DVD in, watch a movie, slide your DVD in, listen to music, right?
That's right.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything's changing. Bluetooth. Everything's going to Bluetooth technology. Everything's going to different ways and different mechanisms. So the automation conversation is basically feeding your mind with where we're going. Because I said this a couple of months ago, we've been walking around sleeping, literally just walking around sleeping. We don't know what's going on. Think about the robots, the iRobot. You set it on the floor and it vacuums the floor for you. It was so cute, right? It was cute, but it was an indication of what's coming. We didn't pay it any mind. We don't pay going to the bank and going through the teller machine outside. We don't pay that kind of stuff any mind. But guess what's happening? Even in the banking industry, the teller machine is able to do 80% of what the people in the bank can do.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. I need you guys share it. Let's talk about it. Let's get this information out. There are 36 people watching. There need to be more. So I'm asking everybody that's watching, you need to share this live. I'm telling you, because we're ready to share some stuff with you that you probably didn't know. Okay, so this is the conversation about the World Economic Forum. So let's keep going here. All right, I'm going to make this big. I want you guys to take a look at the screen. 20 years later, and all things fit in your pocket.
All of those things that you're looking at right there now, they fit in your pocket. Y'all comment below. How are these things fitting in your pocket now? Do you have these things in your pocket?
Yeah. Do you have them in your pocket? Right. Everybody that's watching probably has an iPhone or Android or Samsung, you know. So everybody has a phone. But look at what you're looking at in the picture. You're looking at what is that in his right hand? Looks like a video recorder. He has a boom box in the left hand. As you can see on the table, it's a DVD player. It's a cassette player. You see the DVD or CD.
The VHS tapes.
VHS tapes.
Cassettes.
Think about it.
All of those things.
All of these things are slowly being.
We even have our computers in our hands now. It feels good, honestly. So much that we can do, which is why we're shifting so many things here in our industry. One of the industries that we're a part of, but it felt really good today to send an email with my phone. There were some things I was doing. I have someone working with me on some things and I was able to communicate back and forth with her with my phone. I like that. It's really convenient.
It is. And so this phone here, iPhone, right? I mean, literally, guys, think about it. And they did a study, even with millennials. Millennials don't even wear watches anymore.
That's true.
Right? Millennials don't wear watches because they have the time on their phone. Why wear a watch? Right? I mean, this stuff is incredible. So literally, if I can get all the information that I can get right here, why do I need a computer to a certain extent? The computer does the heavy lifting, but this right here does everything else. So what we're talking about is automation. We want to beat this into your minds.
I love that you said, why would I need a computer? But what we're even talking about, because of automation, why would we even need people?
That's good, Tonya.
You know, why would we even need people? And that's the thing that we really want to begin to pay attention to. I just told you how convenient this is for me, what I like about it. And there's so many things that I like. And even for us to be having the conversation about automation, it isn't to turn anybody against it or to have us to feel bad about it. It's just to pay attention to what it is that it's doing so that we can respond to it appropriately for our sake.
Right.
For our sake. That's all.
That's good.
And it's working.
It's working. Okay. So listen, let's hop over to the next one. All right, let's get into some good stuff. All right, guys, I want you to take a look at this screen. It says McDonald's layoffs, right? Let me blow it up so you can see it. All right, so McDonald's layoffs reduce costs by $500 million. Now, some of the pictures, McDonald's now. So the pictures that you're going to see are pictures that I actually took watching Good Morning America. Yes. And all of this has been in the last couple of months. So I want you to see that. It says 500 million jobs. They're reducing costs by $500 million. Now, let's take a look at this next one. Now, let me check this out. This is interesting. McDonald's USA president, Chris, whatever his last name is, said that some employees will ultimately exit the company, but did not mention the scope of the headcount reduction. According to the memo cited by the newspaper, we are putting into place a new U.S. field structure that will support our franchisees and will ensure McDonald's continues on the path to being more dynamic, nimble, and competitive. So here's the thing. What does that mean, Tonya?
It means a whole lot. But I mean, just think about what they're even saying. By 500 million, they're getting ready to reduce costs. They're saying we need to make a savings. But what did McDonald's just tell us? We have to keep up with what's going on. And in order for us to do that, we're going to have to make some changes. There will be a shift, cutting our budget a little bit, 500 million. Okay. But they're cutting it a little bit. There's some layoffs that are going to take place for us to begin this implementation. Then guess what happened? I'm going to tell you something. One of the things that we've learned, even as we move, we build, we grow, and just out here in the, I was going to say the workforce, and we are working, but as entrepreneurs. And because this is something that we really became more attentive to, it's now opening up to us even the more. Well, what do you mean by that, Tonya? We're walking into places and we're able to identify that more quickly about the changes that's happening right now in the world around us. With that being said, it's Father's Day. My mother-in-law phones my husband. I had just gotten home on Father's Day from Indianapolis. So here we are, and my husband gets a call, and mommy says, meet me in Nashville. Okay, Nashville, North Carolina, a little country town right here in North Carolina. So we said, okay, and get up after service and, go on out, and we meet her there with our children because she wants to give them a gift. We have our children and our nieces. They're hungry. We're at McDonald's. It's kids. What do? You walk in. Guess what we walked into?
Here it is. All right. So I want you guys to take a look at this. This was on Father's Day. So here I am. I walked into the McDonald's now. And the reason that we emphasize a country area, Nash County, this is in Nashville, North Carolina, very small area. Okay. Now I walk into the store, in the restaurant. I'm blown away. This young lady that's helping me, her name is the jail. Okay. Not her name, but her position title is the jail. So when I walked in, I started asking questions. I said, okay, you got to help me out here. Tell me what's going on. She said, well, I'm the jail. She said, I'm the one positioned here to help you with the screen. And then she started showing me the automated tool to help me order my food. Now what you're looking at is the screen where she's swiping through the different combos and the different a la carte items that you can order from McDonald's. Now I'm blown away. My children are with me. Our nieces are with us. So we're just standing there. Now, and here's what's interesting. My nieces were able to swipe through. They were swiping through that thing so fast and I could keep up. But I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. So I started asking her questions. I said, so how do you like your job? She said, I absolutely love it. I said, have you guys had any layoffs? She said, no, we actually created two positions, my position as the jail, and the next person is the server. Okay. Now, let me go to the next slide. I want you really to take a look at this. So this is what the machine looks like. So after we finished our order, it took us about 10 minutes because it just wasn't that clear to me. All right. So she came back over, she helped me out. So here's where you can select how you're going to pay for your food, right? And once you pay for your food, it goes immediately to the kitchen. So I asked her, I said, okay, answer this for me. What if I change my order? She said, if you change your order, then the kitchen won't make your order. I'm like, well, how can they do that? She says that they know. I mean, if you change your order, they'll be able to see it, and they are able to adapt that quickly. I thought that was interesting.
It is very interesting. Listen, and I see here even Miss Mandy Williams, she's in New York. She says, yes, they are all over in New York City. So these are things that we knew. We had heard about them doing it in the McDonald's in New York. But, to be here in North Carolina, and I looked up, I said, what's the population of Nashville? Do you all know the population in Nashville, North Carolina, with the 2016 census is 5,528 people?
Wow.
5,528 people. That's a small place. So to see McDonald's actually implementing this in areas like that, it says a whole lot. So to know that they're saying we're adjusting our budgets, we're doing layoffs, all kinds of things, because a shift needs to take place. And it's so funny because we're standing there in McDonald's and Dexter's having a conversation with the young lady and the manager and so forth. He walks over and, everybody is just gung ho. And he's like, well, how do people feel about it? Mm-hmm. And in that moment, a gentleman walks in, an older gentleman, and he walked in and laid eyes on everything that you're looking at right now and liked to have fit.
Yes, he did.
Okay. He liked to have a fit. She says, it's okay, sir. You can go right on up there. He was like, gosh, thank you. And he went up. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it's there because everything that they do, even to Dexter's point earlier, when he talked about the iRobot vacuum cleaner, we're looking at it. Everything that's being done is always about progression. We're known as the upgraders. So we talk about upgrading in every aspect of life. So all they're trying to do is upgrade. And this is an area in which it's happening. We say in automation, we talk about the digital community, digital marketing, all kinds of things. Why? We don't want to be behind. We want to step up and we want to be able to operate and to run our businesses, do the things that we do, live our lives, even in the church. I mean, everything. Mm-hmm. You want to be automated. You want to be able to keep up with everything that's happening. Nobody wants to be left behind. That's why Dexter and I have been having this conversation. Right. Somebody would need to talk to you. Somebody would need to talk to me. The only way we're going to ever learn is to come together as we are in conversation and talk. And that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, this is incredible information. So let's keep going, guys. So we don't want to keep you long, but we got to tell you what's happening here. Okay, now this is what blew me away. So Tonya and I had a conversation. Well, Tonya was with our kids at that time and our nieces. So I walked to the manager. The manager brought me the food. And I said, so how's things working, man? I mean, how is he said, it's great. It was a learning curve. We've created 2 positions. Now, as I say that to you, I want you to think about something. Remember what I just read about the statement from the CEO of McDonald's. Don't forget that. Okay. Now, I want you to take a look at what we have on the screen. Does that look familiar to you?
So good.
Okay. Does it look familiar? Does it look like that?
It took us forever too, Troy.
Okay, so does it look like that? What the manager told me is they have created these kiosks to look exactly like cell phones. It has the same software. Literally, it has the same software as the cell phone. So as people, now let me say this again. What did the manager say to me and what did the CEO have in that statement? This is what the manager said. As people become familiar with ordering from the kiosk inside of the McDonald's, they will become familiar with ordering their food from the cell phone. So what happens is people are going to start using this to order their food, right? They're going to use this to order their food, and it's going to limit them going into the restaurant.
Yep.
Think about this, okay? It's automation. Automation is great, but we also have to look at what automation is doing, right, for our U.S. economy and the world economy. Anything you want to add to that, Tonya?
No, I think you've done an awesome
job. This stuff is something. Okay. All right, let's keep going, guys, because we want to keep you abreast. We're going to pick it up now. Oh, my goodness. I want you to take a look at this. All right. The new tax for online shoppers.
Oh,
so, guys,
how many people saw our video?
How many of you saw the video that Tonya and I put up earlier? We put up a little video of me walking into the kitchen, and I said, "Oh, Tonya, we need groceries." So I said, "Tonya, I said we need groceries. Let's go to Harris Teeter." Tonya says, "Oh, I don't have to do that. We'll order from Instacart."
Instacart.
Now we've used Instacart a lot, right?
I like them.
Instacart brings Tonya orders from here or the computer, and they bring the groceries to the door. Well, Now, if you sit at home, you're going to start getting taxed for that. That's interesting. All right. Let me blow this up again. I want you to take a look at it. All right. So there's a new tax for online shoppers. There's been a court ruling that's going to impact consumers. Let me go to the next one.
A court ruling.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Amazon sales tax included on items that the company sells directly. Okay. Hey guys, I need you to keep sharing. We got to get this out, this information out. So Amazon is going to, basically there's going to be a tax that's going to be put on whatever it is that you purchase. This is a Supreme Court ruling. I actually don't know when it's going to take effect. Guys, please look at this.
Already at the top.
Please look at this. Okay, let me blow it up again. Here's an example. If you were to order from Wayfair some furniture to get to your house, sitting at your house on your couch or at your kitchen table, it would have cost you $574.99 before this Supreme Court ruling. Now you're going to pay another $26 in taxes. Mm-hmm. What do you have to say about that? Tonya, anything you got to say about that?
We're paying for convenience.
Oh my God. Yeah,
we're paying for convenience. Right. We do that.
It's good to say that.
It is. But the thing also to understand here is look who's taking advantage of it. So prior to the shift taking place, and we really saying, because what's happening as the consumer, we're saying Amazon, I like it. We like what it is that they do. And I mean, this past Christmas, I did something that I hadn't really done before. Yeah. My sister-in-law had already done it. And I was like, that's smart. So I sat and I began to look up things and have it just shipped directly to the home. It saved me from the crowds. It kept me from, having to stand in long lines, things of that nature. And then still I was able to get things at a very reasonable price. That was very nice. Well, when we all begin to change our behaviors, people, and let's just talk, even I'll say with the government, they'll learn how to quote unquote take advantage of that. They want to do what? It's like, oh, let's tap into that. Mm-hmm. That's what business minds do. That's what government agencies do. And that's what's actually happening. So here we are now being charged more for staying at home. And they said, that's what you're going to do. Then we're going to benefit from that ourselves, not Amazon.
Not Amazon.
Not Amazon.
Oh, God.
Okay. But it's just paying attention, right? To everything that's happening.
Yeah. Pay attention. So listen, all we're doing is sounding the alarm. And you know what? If you're listening to this, you've shared it. You've got folks that's watching. This is why we're coming to you with this information. And we're going to talk to you about what it is that we do, because the industry that we're in, right? We can take advantage of this. And it's going to help us, okay? But you have got to share this with your family members. You got to share it with your neighbors.
Nicole says, not me.
Okay, Nicole says, not me. Okay, all right, so let's keep going. All right, guys, take a look at this. $450 billion is spent online.
Get a piece of that.
Okay, over $450 billion is spent online. I don't think they're going to like the next slide.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're going to. Well, some might like it. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's keep going. All righty. I'm sure you've heard of Prime Wardrobe.
That's pretty cool.
Now, this is the first look. Now, remember, I told you I took all of my pictures off of Good Morning America over the last month or two. But this is recent. First look at Amazon's Prime Wardrobe. This is a new service that lets you try on the stuff before you buy it. Awesome. In your home. You will have the option of trying on these garments. This is what you do. All you got to do is get your phone, order what it is that you want. It will be sent to your house in a box. You pull it out of the box, try your shoes on, try your dresses on, try your shirts, your jeans, whatever. And the way they said it is, if you don't like it, it's a prepackaged envelope that will be inside of the box. And all you have to do is send it back. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I think it might be attached to the box, and all you have to do is send it back. If you like it, they're going to build you.
It is awesome. I'm with you, Mandy. I think it's incredible. I've actually purchased things online. I've gotten it. It hasn't fit. I've not sent not one thing back. It's still in my closet now. So you can say a waste of money. And I'll be honest with you. For me, I think about $20, it's a cute little dress or what have you. And I'm like, $11, those types of things. I would just keep it, give it away, those types of things. But it would really be nice. It is nice to know that I can now get it, try it on. It's already there. Think convenience. I mean, that's the thing. You pay for convenience, and it's a good thing.
Val says she likes that.
I like it too.
Angela says prime wardrobe. That's a no for me.
It's a no for you.
Yeah, because I think, it's going to be a little weird at the beginning, because you think about you putting on shoes that somebody else has tried on.
Well, that could be true, but you do that in a store.
You do that in the store.
All things are weird when they get ready to change.
Right.
Change is always weird. However, once it changes, you end up doing it too. It was weird to think about having a phone. The phones arrived first in a bag. You plugged it into the car. It had the same purpose. It was mobile, but it wasn't able to be mobile with us in this way. Emails. It was a time when emails, it's like, we didn't do it. Facebook. I was never on Facebook. I couldn't understand why I would be on Facebook. And now I'm up here talking to you. We're up here sharing. We share ideas. We get to know each other. There's encouragement that takes place. We learn from one another. We grow, and we're even able to come here and do business. But initially, I couldn't understand it. They were talking about MySpace. MySpace. What in the world?
What is MySpace?
And I can remember saying to people things like, why would I want to get on Facebook and talk about what I'm doing?
Right.
Why I need people to know all this stuff? And that is what we used to say. But it makes sense to me now. Some people, it still may not, but look how many, the billions of people that are using this particular platform. So there's always you will feel awkward always when any type of change is being made. But after a while, it becomes just a natural part of life. And that's basically what's happening here.
Yeah, it is exactly what happened. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to keep it rolling because we just want to keep you informed. All right.
I think that's for me. Right?
Okay. What's that?
Just keep it rolling.
Oh, no, I guess. Okay. All right, guys. Now, check this out. Let's talk about it now. Walmart's closed, I think, 200 stores last year, right? Walmart just laid off 1,000, I believe it was corporate workers. Now, we're not talking about the individuals that are in the store. We're talking about corporate office people. They laid them off. Now, and I was telling Tonya this, so much stuff is happening. Automation is just automation, right? A lot of things are going on, but Walmart is getting into the space. Just a little side nugget. Walmart is getting to the space of selling wine directly from Italy. Now, I want you to think about that, like $13 a bottle directly from Italy. Okay. Now, that's going to start competing we have Total Wine here in Raleigh. It's going to start competing with those stores that sell wine. So Walmart, okay, I just want to put that side note in there. Now, let me say this. Okay, now we are looking at a time again that we've never been in. Now, take a look at this. This is scan and go, right? Scan and go. This is what we're doing. Once again, everything's going to the cell phone. You grab your cell phone, you can scan it and go. There's actually, they're doing this in Walmart, it's probably going all over the country. They're doing it in Sam's Club, right? Sam's Club is getting the scanners. So basically, when Tonya and I used to go to Sam's Club, we would have to show our card. You guys remember that? You would have to show your card in order to get into Sam's Club. Well, we started going in and they don't do it anymore. We're like, what's going on, right? But they're starting to get the scanners. So basically, you grab a scanner, you go in and scan what you need, you check out, you're out of the door. You're out of the door. And let's talk about I think it's the next one. It might be Amazon. Oh, no, we did Amazon. Amazon Go. It's in Chicago and it's in San Francisco. Amazon Go is a store where you walk in, you scan your barcode to get in the store, get the items that you need. You scan it on the way out and you're gone. You don't see a customer service rep at all. You might have a manager there, right? It might be a manager, a stocker. And even in that, they're coming up with electronic stockers, robotic stockers. One of our business partners, Cynthia Etheridge, she was a librarian here for the state of North Carolina until a robot took her position with stocking books. and filing the cards for books. So this stuff is happening. So Amazon Go is something else. Okay. Anything you want to share with that, baby? All right. Okay, guys, check this out. This blew me away. Everybody knows what this is.
Yeah.
Right.
This is something.
Everybody knows what this is. You walk into Walmart and there's 800,000 people shopping. Right. So it's 800,000 people in Walmart, and you go up to the register and all of those 800,000 people are standing in two lines. Oh, God. We've all been through this. I'm like, why won't they open a register? I don't understand. I mean, it's 20 people here. You look down there, it's 40 people in that line. And you're like, good Lord. And
we found out why.
And we found out why. So, and we got this from a good friend of ours. She's actually a manager of a restaurant here in Raleigh. She basically said it's software that tells you when to open the register, right? So the software, it actually unlocks the register, I guess is the word, but it lets you know when to open the register. So if the register is not open, that's why. I went to Walmart about a week and a half ago. It was like, was it 10 o'clock at night? Mm-hmm. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm standing in line and there's a lady in front of me. There's a lady behind me. So I finally get my chance to check out. And I asked the lady, I'm like, how is it going? I'm like, have you guys been affected by automation? That's my question. And she says, oh my goodness. She said, I've been here for a year. I work 7 days a week. I absolutely love my job, but they cut my hours back to 5 days a week. All of my coworkers are running around. They're freaking out. They're trying to figure out, are they going to lose their jobs? And she said, they won't even open a register. And she said, basically what happens is during the day, they don't expect a lot of people to be in Walmart. So they don't allow a register to be opened. So when there's a rush at lunchtime, that's why you got 500 people standing in two lines. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, this is what's happening. I know I'm adding a little bit, but guys, so that's what's happening. I'm used to it. Oh my God. Okay, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Around Christmas time, you just want to go in and go out. Well, and literally that's why, like this past Christmas and the Christmas before that, Tonya and I did a lot of shopping online. I mean, they just bring the stuff to your house and you're good. You don't have to go in parking lot where people are fussing and arguing with one another. Amen. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Amen. Okay. Anyway, let me keep going because I went out there for a minute. Okay, guys. All right, let's keep going. Okay. See, now this is what we're talking about. Tonya and I have had the privilege of being a part of an industry, which is direct sales, but being a part of a company called Total Life Changes. Let's just be honest, literally, Tonya and I went from a serious layoff. Serious. Now, let me tell you this, a serious layoff. One Friday morning, I had a phone call with my boss at 11 a.m. Tonya and I were going to RDU Airport that Sunday to fly out to Italy for 8 days. I was going to take my wife to Italy for the first time. I wanted to treat my wife, my special snookums. I wanted to just treat her.
He even got my mama calling me snookums.
I wanted to treat my love to a European experience, right? So that Friday morning, I had a phone call with my boss. My boss gives me a call and he says, Dexter, your job has been eliminated. Guys, I lost 6 figures in a 2-minute phone call. Okay. That's what happened to us. And literally this industry of direct sales took us from having nothing to being able to be blessed, at least pay our bills. We were able to buy a home. We thank God for all of these things, but it was through this industry. And that's why we wanted to talk to you tonight, because this industry of direct sales, Total Life Changes, it's a low investment, low risk, a low monthly overhead. There's an extremely high return and no experience necessary. Now, let me explain what that no experience necessary means. It means that when you're connected with good people, when you're connected with leaders that are going to teach you how to do stuff, we're going to teach you to do what we know. The person who invited you to watch this Facebook Live, they're going to teach you what they know about how to be successful here. Now, you want to go and open up a Chick-fil-A. I think it was $750,000 liquid that you needed even before you go in and start building the store. Okay. McDonald's, Krispy Kreme, all of these places require a lot of capital in order to get started. We work from home, low overhead, and we get an opportunity to help people. And now let me tell you where the intersection comes in at your brick and mortar type of industries and where it comes in with the internet and automation and what we're able to build here. Not only are Tonya and I able to talk to people about our health and wellness products face to face, but we're also able to talk to them through the computer. We're able to do a copy, paste, and paid movement that's getting a lot of steam. And it is incredible because there's no experience necessary. There's a team. There are leaders that are teaching these concepts to people and they're learning it. And we just simply want people to earn an additional $250 a week.
Yep.
You think, Tonya?
Yeah. I mean, bottom line is this. We just talked to you about automation. We shared a lot of information. We shared the things that's changing within the world. And really the point that we're wanting to make with you is that when we're saying let's be proactive in what's going on, and we're talking about paying attention to it and how it could affect me, we've identified ways in where this form of where automation is coming in, people are experiencing job loss, down to being in Walmart. And she says, I used to work 7 days a week. They cut me back to 5, things of that nature that's happening. One of the things that we realize and want to do, because we had one stream of income, it was gone in a 2-minute phone call. We went from one to none, right? Instead of having 4, the one being gone, and I still have 3 that are left. We didn't do that. So what's the first point Dexter and I want to make? As your friend, as people who really care, we want you to have more than one stream of income coming into your household. When you make the decision to have more than one stream, more than one source, we then say, consider this industry of direct sales.
That's right.
Why do we say that? Because of the things you see: low investment, low monthly overhead, a strong return on your investment. You don't have to have any experience, and we can get started. We do have a movement that's happening right now, and it's so amazing. We've been talking about automation now for 6 months.
Yes, we have.
Prior to this particular movement really taking off the way that it has, but it's also been in activity for the longer than even 6 months. Okay. Doing it digitally, but I'm listening and we're hearing, and it's like, man, it's amazing. We see automation, but we know how to take hold of it, to take advantage of it for our sake, to build in this industry. Now, let me tell you what this industry of automation can't do. It can't replace you in this industry.
It cannot do it.
This industry can't call and contact people about what it is that we have to offer and offer it. It needs a person. It needs a body. There is nothing Total Life Changes can ever do to say we no longer need distributors and people to join forces and create their own businesses with our company. They can't say that. They're going to always want us. They're going to always need us. And when we come, all we do is connect with one another. It's a collaboration that takes place. In the collaboration, what begins to happen? We begin to draw more to ourselves. As it relates to health and wellness, the company that we're with, that's who we've chosen. Why? The products work. For everyone watching this, if you are using Total Life Changes products, share a testimony, share an image, give me some before and afters, talk about what it's done to you, just to help people to understand the power of what we have. See, we want you to understand the industry. Then you have to decide which company within the industry you're going to join forces with. We're saying to you, consider us. And listen to look at the testimonies and see what it's doing for us. You see, in addition to that, begin to build, have another stream of income coming in. How would you like to have another $250 coming in a week? What about another $500 coming in a week? What about $1,000 coming in a week? Everything I'm saying to you is very doable, and it's actually happening, and it's happening as we speak. And what we're doing is we're mindful enough to see what's happening, to know we need more than one stream. We considered this industry. We're mindful enough to also recognize that automation is key. And in the same way I like to order from Instacart to deliver to my home, in the same way some of us like for Amazon Prime to bring the clothes to me, let me try them on in advance, in the same same way I can order and get what I need for Christmas and it's delivered to my door is the same way we're connecting with people here online who's getting better health with us. They're losing weight. They're finding that they're feeling better. Their energy is better. And we're doing it through the very system that we've been talking about, but cannot remove us from what it is that we're doing. And it feels really good.
That feels good. Hey, look, we thank you guys. You're actually posting what it is that you're doing. We really appreciate that. We got a few more slides that I wanted to share with you. But listen, guys, this is why this stuff is critical, because we're not just on a Facebook Live to be talking. We're sounding the alarm again. You got to hear what's happening. A lot has been changing. And I wanted to share this. Uber. People drive for Uber. Uber is a phenomenal second income for a lot of people. But when you have the CEO basically saying he's going to self-driven vehicles and totally eliminate people. When you're hearing these things, this is why I watch Good Morning America.
He records it.
I record Good Morning America because I like the entertainment of it. It's edutainment, I guess is what they call it. But it's teaching me stuff. I don't watch anything else. I don't watch any more other news because it's just mess. I like to get informed. We get informed and we bring it to you. So listen, even Uber now has an app that you can, on your phone, you can determine if you're driving a passenger. There's an app on your phone that can determine whether someone is intoxicated or not. I didn't tell you that.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yes, you did. We talked about that. I mean, I love it. The fact now he drives more than I do. I mean, he hops in the driver's seat. But every time I get in the car, you pick up my phone. I'm pretty sure you see it too. Immediately my phone, it pops up and says, I'm not driving. So I have to click that for my phone to know, tell me you're not driving first. I mean, what is that? I have it. Yeah, you know? So, I mean, it's just things that are happening. And like we're saying, just paying attention to it. My husband experienced a layoff himself, you know, and we felt the effects of that. Many of you know what it is that we're talking about. But I'm telling you, we've grown so much. We've learned so much. When we talk to you about having more than one stream of income, what else can you think about? We're introducing direct sales as something that we're offering. Whoever invited you here, something that they're even offering. And what else is there? Because we're talking about that too, one with another. We were on the phone. I believe she's even up here with us right now. I was on the phone with one of our business partners the other day. I'm listening to the things that she's doing. Guess what she's doing? She's about to launch something else. She's producing her own product and she's here. That's yet another stream and she's working. Come on. All right. So when we talk about caring about you, we care about your whole being. There's so much for every single last one of us to do. I was led the other day to just read Deuteronomy 8. We oftentimes hear 8:18, where he says in the word, it says he gives us the ability to create wealth. And he does do that. But when you read throughout the whole passage, he's lining up everything. You go through things happen. I just want you to always remember me with everything that you go through. And that's exactly what we're doing. And as we talk to other people, we're bringing them the very best of who we are because we're being who it is that he's called us to be. That's and good. We're saying to you right now that every single last one of you, if you hit play, if you're here on replay, you're watching it live, whatever it may be, the information that's being offered is because every single last one of us should be working and living the lives that he has called us to live. And in doing so, what you're going to do is produce, and much will be manifested in your life. And that's what's happening and what we're offering you, even in partnership.
That's good. That's good, Tonya. And listen, what we're talking about, guys, is membership has its privileges. Membership has its privileges. Tonya and I are building a phenomenal organization. The person that invited you to this call is building a phenomenal organization. You become a member. See, Total Life Changes is about membership. It is about becoming a part of a membership, a club, an organization of people that we're linking arms together to help people get healthy. I wanted you to take a look at this because network marketing, the industry just celebrated its anniversary. I think it was 50 years, a couple of years ago. I want you to look at this. Now we're talking to you from this perspective. In the middle, $167 billion is what this industry has done. It's done more than video gaming. It's done more than the movie industry, organic products. It's done more than music. And it had even done more than the National Football League. Now, I really want you to look at this. This is no hype. You can go and Google this and you will find it for yourself. And what we're doing is just talking to you about what works. And I'll tell you, as more people get laid off, as their jobs are being replaced by robots, they're going to be looking for something that's going to help them. Now, I want you to take a look at these last slides here. Now, if you think that it's not for me, if you're following people who apparently, and they have shown that they are in success, surely you will follow Warren Buffett. One of the best investments I've ever made. Network marketing today is more widely accepted than at any time in its 60-year history. Now, I need you to really think about that. Now, we're talking about Warren Buffett, who has probably, we heard it today, over 30 streams of income. We talk about, Tonya and I study Grant Cardone, over 50 streams of income. There was a quote years ago by Business Week magazine that said multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury, it is a necessity. So if that be the case, it was a luxury then, it's a necessity now. Okay. And we're going to finish with this last slide. This is basically Tonya and I. This is what we're talking about here. Everything is about positioning, right? Everything is about positioning. This is who we are. Tonya is at TonyaJoynerScott.com. Mine is at Dexter L. Scott. Those are our Facebook handles. Listen, if you want to get in touch with us to find out about Total Life Changes, then just inbox us. That's all you need to do, and we'll take it from there. The person that invited you to watch this Facebook Live, they wanted you to hear about it. Will people look at it and say it's not for me? Absolutely. It always happens. And unfortunately, what happens is,
I said it wasn't for me.
We said it wasn't for us at the beginning, but after that layoff, we got our butts into gear.
That's what it took.
That's what it takes. Some people watching this, you will have to be laid off by a robot before you take action.
And you will remember this conversation.
You will remember right June 28th at 9:48 p.m. that we said this to you. Don't let it get down to this. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, do your job, enjoy it.
Yes.
But you need to have a different stream. We're bringing to you knowledge. We're bringing to you an understanding. We're bringing to you almost 5 years later of being a part of Total Life Changes, what this company has not only done for us, but it has done for a lot of people. It's about service. Service is the rent we pay for the space that we occupy on earth. This is why we're here. If you are interested in finding out about what it is that we do, inbox us. The person who invited you to watch the live, inbox them, or text them or call them, or they're going to call you in just a second when we hang up. But we're just sounding the alarm again. And listen, just as sure as we're on this live right now, tomorrow morning on Good Morning America, there may be something else that happened with automation. Next week, there'll be something else. The week after, there'll be something else. By this December, we're going to probably have an entirely different conversation to have with you. Remember, 2020, a deficit of 5 million jobs. One of those jobs might be yours. We want to put you in position to make an intelligent decision. Tonya?
Yep.
That's it.
I think I've said what was on my heart to say. I just want to thank all of you for being here with us on tonight. We do not take it lightly at all. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be here. And we hope we said something that was valuable to you and means something. And please, even if you shared it, even tag people. You can think of somebody to say, you know what, I want them to hear it, tag them, or even share it and send it to them in Messenger, whatever you need to do. But let's all come together and let's all really take advantage of the things that's offered to us. What have you been praying about? Is this an answer to your prayer? And I want to say something. We talk much about collaboration. Mm-hmm. Collaboration began with the Father, because even as he sent his son into the earth, he looked for people to join forces with him to do what? Get his message out. So there's a collaboration that's always necessary in order for you to see an elevation and a manifestation of anything in your life. You can't do anything alone. One of the things I said to someone recently, I said, there's nothing I can do alone. Nothing, down to putting on my clothes. And you might say, well, I can put my clothes on by myself. And I'm going to say to you, no, somebody had to make the clothes. Somebody had to create the style. Somebody had to put it in the store. Somebody had to put it in a place for you to order it. There is absolutely nothing that any one of us can do ourselves. If I make my own clothes, I had to learn how to do it. I've got to get the cotton. I've got to get the thread. There has to be something from somebody in order for it to happen for me. And that's why collaboration is so important. And that's what I love about the industry. And I see it. We know how to duplicate it. We know what to do, how to come together. And when you just pretty much get out of your own way and join forces, the same thing will literally happen for you. And that's what we're offering you on today.
That's what we're offering you.
Thank you again for being here.
Yes, thank you. And I'll leave you with this. Last year, a lot of us shopped at Toys R Us. This year, we won't. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.